Hey folks, authoriteh here with Monster Loves You. Welcome back to Portent Square in the monster town of Omen, where we have 5 days left until the end of our phase of adulthood. I don't really know what the deadline is, what it's supposed to represent. But with only 5 days left, we are about to find out. We are moderately respected at 50%. This is good. We are pretty badass across the board when it comes to bravery, ferocity, and even cleverness. We could do with 92, that's good. 86, yeah, I'm pretty happy with those stats. Kindness above 50% with 60, which is good. Could be better. We really need to get our honesty up so that more monsters will listen to us. So let's do some politicking. Snakey Snake, what is this? The snake moon is rising in the sky, and it's time to gather snakes for the ritual. What is the snake moon? Sometimes the full moon has shadows on it. And that's got to mean something. Monsters celebrate these shadows with snake soup. Oh, that sounds good. So, other monsters will bring plenty of snakes, stay home and let them do all the work. Why would you ever choose that? Why? No one's going to love you for that. Let's get out there and gather snakes. You wander the fields near the whale mist. It's easy to catch snakes, but every time you reach for another one, some of them squirm out of your grasp. Most of your snakes are getting away. That's not good. We could just keep catching them alive, but that's dumb. We want to be clever. So, not anymore. You're not. Kill the snakes as you catch them. Yeah. Cleverness +9. We smart. We so smart. You come to the ritual with 10 snakes straight to your shoulders. Woo! Greet the other monsters with your dead snakes. All the respect. Oh, 1 respect. And 3 honesty. Many of the other monsters brought live snakes, but they let you put your dead ones into the scaly cauldron. I see. So we might have got more respect for bringing live snakes. But we got more, we got a bit of honesty and more cleverness for bringing the dead snakes. The monsters gather around the cauldron. Proofrock scrapes 2 sticks together to light a fire. It's going to be a fun night, and there was much rejoicing. That's right, Sir Robin. We stole your minstrels and ate them. More politicking. We need more respect than this. But we also need more honesty and kindness. These stats I'm fairly happy with. If they go up, that's fine, I can cope with it. Even if they take a small hit, okay, that's fine. But we really need more honesty, 44, and we need more kindness. So let's get into that. This leapy one. Oh, no, diggy. Diggy, diggy hole. Let's do it. You look over your garden. I have a garden? Garden? Garden! Most hovels have gardens. Many monsters don't care. But some like to show off their herbs, spices, and flowers. How's mine looking? I haven't done anything with it yet. There are so many rocks there. Even if you don't feel like planting things, it looks bad. These rocks ought to go. I agree. Stupid rocks. Kick one. That would be super dumb. We could start digging, which is, yeah. Or forget it. Be one of those monsters who doesn't care about gardens. No, do you know what? That would be the end of our quest. And that seems really stupid. We wouldn't get anything out of it. So let's start digging. All this work is a lot harder than you expected. You're not a natural digger like Molefoot or Shovel. Yeah, with names like that. Shovel? Keep at it. Do all the work yourself. Or take a break. This is hard. I guess that would be good for honesty? I don't know. Taking a break would maybe be smart, but who's Shovel? Not all monsters pick good names. Just be glad you're not one of them. Yeah, sure enough. Let's just keep at it. Let's commit. You dig. It's hard, but you eventually get better at it. Yeah, we're getting better at digging. Dig. I am a monster and I'm digging a hole. Diggy hole. Digging a hole. When you're done, the garden looks much better. All that digging turned over the earth too. That's probably a good thing. Now we can rest. +10 respect. Spine Doctor, out for a stroll. Compliments our work ethic. Oh yes. And Spine Doctor, remember, is an ancient monster, not just an elder. She has a lot of clout. You're not sure what an ethic is? But she always talks like that, yeah. More respect. And we didn't get any stats out of it. That's a shame. We could do with even more respect. But I really want the stats to be boosted. Let us take a leap into the unknown. Monsters are gathering around the skull pole. They invite you to dance with them. Skull pole? A few monsters die without dissolving themselves in the communal spawning pit. Aww. Other monsters save the heads of the deceased and hang them on the skull pole. The skin and flesh turn to slime eventually, leaving only the bone. Ah, Well, that is, I mean, that's sad, but it's good that we revere our dead that way. So, do we join in the dance, or do we decline and watch? I think we should dance. Let us dance. The only problem is, you've never done the school dance, and now everyone is watching you. We could imitate another monster. We could slip away without making a scene, which is just so silly. Or we could begin to dance. That's brave, but not very smart. Let's do the smart thing. They're all looking at you. Right at you. Expectantly. Okay. Let us be the Briar we want to see in the world. Let us dance like no one is watching. Excuse me, pass the mic. You move closer to the skull pole. Dance fast! Thrash around like you just don't care! Woo! Or we could apologise for our ignorance and dance slowly. Or we could try to show some respect to the skulls. Yeah. Yeah, let's respect the skulls. All the honesty and all the respect. Oh! Oh, it feels so good! It's exactly what I wanted for Christmas. Thank you. You dance slowly and somberly, not quite sure what to do, but doing it with dignity. When you finish, all the other monsters howl with approval. Oh yeah! Honesty over 50. That's right, 53 honest, 60 kindness, and 66 respect. We are at the 2/3 threshold of respect with 2 days left to go. This is going really well, folks. I'm very happy about that. Let's find a puddle. Your neighbour, the elder monster Eulalia, walked slowly in the direction of the brood cave. Eulalia? Eulalia who? She's one of your next door neighbours, silly, but she's much older than you. Months older. She has tough scales and eyes of several different sizes. She sounds fun. So, she's walking slowly in the direction of the brood cave. Let's follow her. As she passes down the road, some of the other elders nod to her. They then go to her hovel and start smashing things. What is going on? Greedblitz stops tearing apart Eulalia's dining room table and says she feels herself beginning to dissolve. She's going to go release herself and become one with the slime in the spawning vat. Oh, I see. I mean, that sounds unsanitary, but it's kind of beautiful and sad, bittersweet, tragic, you know? What happens when monsters dissolve themselves? Oh, don't cry. Monsters who get to a certain age either settle into their personality and shape forever, or they let themselves become one with the slime from which they came. Their personality can have an effect on future generations of monsterlings. Interesting. So, do we join them, clearing out her hovel? Or do we run after Eulalia and thank her for her contribution? I think this would be a very kind thing to do. And, oh, so kind. You're going to be remembered, Eulalia. And we'll see a bit of you in every monsterling from now on. She wipes a slimy tear from one of her smaller eyes and sniffs. Oh. We could give her a hug, which would be very kind. Or we could tell her a joke. I want to hear the joke. I want to hear the joke. Or even more kind. What did the talking wolf say to the bear? Eulalia pauses, raises 6 of her eyebrows, and waits for the answer. You realise you don't have a punchline, but before the silence can grow awkward, her ears fall off. That's my kind of joke. To be fair, most of my jokes would make most people's ears fall off if they could. Anyway, Eulalia waves goodbye to you and resumes her walk to the brood cave. You never see her again. Except in little ways. In the broodlings. Well, we gained a crap ton of kindness. 78. And so much respect. 71%. This is going really well. I am very, very happy with how this is working out. Let's have one last crack at building some honesty, I think. Gobclaws and you are arguing about what to have for lunch. She got to pick last time, yeah. Suddenly your favourite food flies down from the sky and perches within arm's reach. Birdies! The magpie chirps. Have either of you seen a cornfield around here? Your stomach growls. It's my favourite food. Oh. But honesty, I want more honesty. We could scream and flee. Why was that up? No, we are brave, but we are also honest now and kind. Let us help them. Oh, so much kindness. I wanted honesty actually, but fine. Through gritted teeth and a sheen of sweat, you coolly tell the bird where to find a human cornfield. After it flies off, Gobclaws asks you why you did that. We could explain that one should help anyone who asks, so the favour might be passed along. That would probably be more honesty and kindness and maybe respect. We could also say it'll be tasty someday when it's eaten lots of corn. I think we'll get respect out of Gobclaws either way, honestly. But this would be more cleverness and this would be more kindness. So at the moment, I think kindness is our lowest stat of those. But saying that, having cleverness much higher to 100% might be a good idea. She nods to you. Fine, but what? Oh, it's Gobclaws, isn't it? Fine, but what doesn't help us right now? Well, that doesn't help us right now. We still need to get a real meal. Okay. Well, we got nothing out of that. I am such an idiot. Fine. It's fine. It's time to move on to the final conclusion. Is it? I don't know. You're growing old, my friend. Your body is very soft, and you drip slime everywhere you go. Oh, the music changes. So dramatic. It's getting hard to leave your hovel. Should I stay inside and think about it? Or should I go and see the spine doctor? I know what's happening. I know what's happening. Let's see the spine doctor. The doctor tells you that your time is almost up. You'll soon reach the end of adulthood. And you will either ascend to elder status or dissolve into slime. We know what we're going to be doing. But first, let's ask some questions. What happens when we... Well, your body melts into a spawning vat, where your memories will nourish the minds of new generations of morsels. Listen, I am a pretty kick-ass monster. I think it's important that I go on. I don't want to... Yeah, listen, I'm not interested in having kids at this stage. I think it's better that I try and do good with what I've learned. So what happens to monsters who ascend? Those who manage to ascend become elders and live on to steer the fate of monster kind. That sounds way more fun than dissolving. Can we stop the process? Listen, I'm not going to stop the process. I am a monster to my core, to my bones. I accept my fate. A group of elders is waiting at the door of your hovel. They've seen your drippings. Ugh. They know it's time for you to dissolve or ascend. I'm not going to refuse. Go with them to dissolve or become an elder, or ask them to come back later. No, listen. We're going to do this. I understand my place in this world. The elders of Omen surround you at the spawning vat. They built a fire beneath a small cauldron. Your body is squishy and damp. What's in the cauldron? The rusty iron cauldron smells like electrical fluid and herbs from the whale mist. It's empty now, but soon it will hold blood and slime from many monsters. Okay. What's going to happen, guys? We could flee into the wilderness. That sounds bad. That sounds really bad. Because we will just flee and then dissolve and it'll be awful. Or we might get caught. Listen. We are brave. We are true monsters. That is not going to happen. We could dissolve. Become one with the spawning vat. It's a noble end. A short but worthy life. But I think we're ready to be tested. A masked elder comes forward. She says, "It's time to decide." All the elders growl and snarl. Let's watch. The masked elder claws herself. 3 drops of liquid spatter against the hot bottom of the empty cauldron. Thick vapour rises into the air. Is that blood or slime? You can't be sure. Depends on how much she respects you. Oh, I see. So this, whether she drops blood or slime into the vat, is an indicator of the degree of respect you have garnered. 71%, is it enough? The masked elder asks, "Who has already decided the fate of this monster?" Let us wait. A few of the elders approach the cauldron to add fluid to the collection. The liquid begins to bubble. So I wonder which is which. I suspect blood is In human rituals, blood would be the sign of respect. And I guess blood would harden us and turn us into, an elder with a hard skin. And slime would dissolve us. So let us wait. The liquid begins to bubble. The masked elder has placed 5 flat stones on the ground before you. She says, "Choose one. Chance will guide your claw." Let's look at the stones before we choose one. Each stone is stained with old blood and polished by the touch of many a paw. You can't tell one stone from the others. Well, okay. So let's just pick a stone that looks good. As you reach for the stones, someone shrieks in the distance. All eyes turn in that direction. You realise you can peek under the stones if you're quick. We could cheat and peek under the stones. I guess our affected by honesty. This would decide whether the other monsters would trust us to not have done so or not. But listen, we are honest. We don't need more honesty. We are honest. You wait a moment, and the shrieking dies away. All the elders turn back to watch you. This is horrifying. Let us choose a stone. The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows a monster holding one claw up, speaking intently. The masked elder says, "Ah, honesty. But you have just passed that test." Oh, it was a test. We're good. We're good. We got this. Let's choose the next stone. The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows a monster facing down a human. The masked elder says, "We will test your bravery." I feel confident. Elders add sticks and dry leaves to the fire until it grows huge and hot. They remove the cauldron and retreat before the roaring flames, one by one, until only you remain. Do we dance in the fire? Or do we try to stay near it? Interesting. So if we didn't have bravery, I think we would have to choose this. As in, if our bravery was below 50, then we would have a better chance of dancing through the fire and surviving than testing our own bravery. So this sort of gives us the option of surviving in spite of our terrible stats. So let's try to stay near the fire, because we're pretty brave. It's hot. Very hot. Oh, don't like this. And your body begins to pull away on its own. You gather your will and remain in place. Your excess slime begins to dry out and crack. But as the fire dies down, you are still here! Whew. Several monsters howl their approval and step forward, adding more fluids to the iron cauldron. Let us approach. You hold the cauldron, which contains the portentous infusion. It's heavy. Let's look in the cauldron. It's quite full, and there's far more blood in there than slime. Oh ho ho ho! Let us drink the portentous infusion. Woo! Respect! You drink the bubbling concoction, then belch and howl! Your body solidifies almost instantly. You are an elder! Okay. Oh my word. Our stats are phenomenal. With 72% respect. With over 90% respect, 90% across the board except for honesty, which is 53%. We are ready. We are now an elder. You are welcome in Znak, the oldest of the monster towns. Okay. In this stage of life, if you play your cards right, you'll be able to affect both the way monsters view humans and vice versa. Use your powers of persuasion wisely. Folks, we are an elder monster. We are brave, we are clever, we are ferocious, we are kind, and we're fairly honest. And more to the point, we are respected. Folks, let us see how we can affect the fate of the world next time in Monster Loves You. Join me then. Bye!